time for a little breakfast. When I was riding up through Iowa, no, Missouri, was it? Iowa. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'll have to check. I ran across my honey's kitchen. No, not my honey, because my honey's back in Arkansas. My honey's kitchen. And stocked up. We'll check out and see how well Honey did with her country scramble. I like my little black pot. Small, but big enough for a nice meal. Actually for two. There's just me, I guess I'll have to eat twice. Let that sit for 15-20 minutes and I should have scrambled eggs. Coffee. Whoo! There's sausage and potato and onion, and it's got a little kick to it. Pepper, a little time by the fire, water, and something from my honey's kitchen. Hey, I am still recording. Yeah, I know. I ain't had a bath. Neither has Slimbo. Why should he have a bath if I can't have one? I've been on the road for about an hour. Haven't filmed much. Rolling on up into the plains of central South Dakota. I've got about 3 hours to the Black Hills. Hopefully I'll find a couple of trees over there, because out here there's not so many. Last night spent at camp was really a primitive camp, but there was no power, and there was one hose bib way off over there where I could get a little water. The night before that, I rolled in fairly late and kind of wrung out. You know, I've been saying I don't want to make this a sprint. It's more like a leisurely jaunt, but these miles just tend to keep adding up. I get on the road, get rolling, feels good, keep going, end up wrung out at camp. I guess that's okay. But I just wanted to give you a little update this morning, see how y'all are feeling, see whether you're enjoying the trip. I'll encourage you to comment, kind of give me a little feedback, because personally I'm having a great time. I'll put this out there and see whether it is as enjoyable for you as it was for me. I love to bring you along. We'll see you down the road. Now, tell me if this isn't a wonderment. As far as the eye can see, and we're still south in South Dakota, so we're having a little bit of features. You can look way off over there in the distance. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but there are some buttes out there, and I think our path is going to take us there. You can see dotted around the prairie here, farmhouses. These farmers know all the nuances of these rolling hills. We've got some dryland beans here in this field. Looks like they direct tilled that. And over on this other side, there's dryland corn. We're still far enough east. There is enough moisture to take a chance on these kind of crops. Farther west you go, it becomes more brown. We're right in the transition where the farmer has to make a decision. Do I go with a dryland crop that might produce a little more, like corn or beans? Or do I go with what I know is going to produce, which is wheat?
but he'll likely only get one crop. This one here, you can see that field has been harvested and sown directly over the untilled ground. So those are called no-till beans. It's a shortcut. But unless he gets a little rain, his bet is not going to pay off.
I don't know whether you heard any of that. This country scares some folks. And imagine, if you will,
looking off out over top of ears of your mules pulling a wagon, or your oxen plodding along, step after step, week after week. And then you get a glimpse off in the distance. And we're going to get there pretty quick. That would be 7 days by mule.
The prairie seems featureless. but it's not. What we're looking at here is the first inkling that the prairie crossers would have had something was changing. They could look off to the west. There's a black line on the horizon. That's why the Black Hills are called the Black Hills, because from a distance, what you see is this black line running the horizon. The beginnings of what we are entering here, the Badlands. You can see that black line, which are pines and cedars that our ancestor travelers saw, and beginning to get hope that they had got through. And then we turn and it becomes more of this. You've got to navigate over these hills, through these ravines, up and down the draws with your wagon train. Just when you think it's going to get better, it gets worse. Looks like we might be putting the rainfly to the test. Made my way into the Badlands and kind of stopped early today. That's what's coming at us.